I was paid $1 million to stand perfectly still in a cornfield for 7 nights. I wasn't scaring away birds. Knife I didn't have, but I froze. I turned my body into stone. If I moved a millimeter, it would tear out my throat. It stayed there for an hour, a whole hour, hanging on the cross, breathing in my face, touching me, smelling me. The Reaper ran its long claws along my neck, looking for an entry into the suit. Of course, I cried in silence, just as I had done countless times as a Marine. Tears ran down my face inside the mask, salty and hot. I guess in the end, that was my luck, being used to acting correctly under pressure. Suddenly, a lightning bolt struck nearby. The boom was deafening. The creature was startled. It let out a high-pitched scream and jumped, disappearing into the corn. I spent the rest of the night trembling, praying for the bell to ring. When Valdemar picked me up in the morning, I couldn't speak. He saw the scratches on the suit. "They're getting bold," he murmured. "Just 2 more nights, kid. Hang in there." The last night, I was exhausted. My mind was worse than before. I was seeing things even with the sun high in the sky. Valdemar gave me a double dose of stimulants before I went up. "Tonight is the royal harvest," he said. "They'll be hungry." I climbed onto the support and positioned myself on the cross. The sun set. The cornfield went silent. At 8 p.m., they appeared. Not dozens, hundreds. The entire field moved, a sea of white bodies emerging from the red earth. They didn't eat the corn this time. They just surrounded me. They formed a perfect circle, looking up at me. They began to sing, a low, vibrating hum that made my teeth ache. I understood then. I wasn't a security guard. I wasn't just some scarecrow to ward off pests. I was the totem, the focus, the suit, the smell. It wasn't to hide me. It was to excite them. Valdemar was growing that red corn with the blood of the earth, and those things were the gardeners. And to keep them docile, to keep them working, he needed to give them an idol, a toy, a lure that smelled like prey but couldn't be eaten. At least, not yet. 3 of them started climbing the cross at the same time. The weight made the wood creak. They reached me, one on each leg, one on my chest. They began to tear at the burlap. Sharp claws found the leather. They ripped it. They bit the ceramic plates. They broke their teeth on the plates, but they didn't stop. Their black blood ran down my suit. I was being devoured alive from inside my armor. I felt a claw pierce the seam of the suit on my thigh. In my years as a Marine, I'd never felt pain like this. It was worse than a shattered bone. The tip of the claw entered my flesh. I bit my tongue. I tasted blood. I didn't scream. Rule 1, do not move. If I moved, they would realize the armor had soft meat underneath everywhere. As long as I stayed still, they thought I was hard, a tough nut to crack. They pulled at my arms. They dislocated my left shoulder. The bone popped out with a snap. The pain blinded me. I was going to pass out. If I passed out, my body would go limp. They would know. I concentrated everything on my mental clock. Almost there,